Because it is, my lord, an aggravated, it is a penetrative sexual assault. That is the finding recorded.
Minimum
Now-
7 to end life.
Yes.
Minimum 7 in life.
Now, my lord, 4. My lord, the argument is this, and kindly see, my lord, this is, my lord, the very nuanced argument which, my lord, I am placing for your lordship's consideration. When the offence was committed, penetrative sexual assault was an offence. I am on Article 20 argument. It was punishable by 7 years. Amendment does not create a new offence. It merely enhances the punishment. Instead of 7 years, now it is life. So when existence of an offence is not in dispute on the date on which the act under section 3 is committed, mere enhancement of sentence subsequently by the legislature would not fall foul of Article 20. There are judgments to that effect. You cannot have a new offence. The reason is this: when I am committing some act, but not any act, then I am presumed to know whether that act is illegal or legal. At the time when I commit that act, if that act is not an offence, then I cannot be punished. So new offence cannot be created retrospectively by the parliament or by the legislature.
Maybe that your argument probably it can be that there is an offence defined on a particular date when the incident takes place, occurrence takes place. That is, let us say in 2017.
Yes.
In 2019, when the amendment takes place, the amendment does not obliterate the offence. It does not erase the offence. The offence continues to be an offence.
Yes.
The legislature makes rather intention very clear that this offence we are treating very serious offence. It is an offence against the very ethos of the society, and therefore we are enhancing the sentence.
Yes.
We are enhancing the sentence. So when the court is examining, after somebody is held guilty, if he is found guilty, he is convicted.
Yes.
And when the question of sentencing comes, the court will see what is the growing trend. The growing trend is that the legislature wants it to be more harsher.
Harsher and
Want to send a kind of a very deterrent and a befitting response, keeping in view the very cruelty and the extreme
gruesomeness of the offences.
The court, even under the old provision,
It was
while considering that whether it should be a case of minimum sentence or it should be more than minimum sentence.
But
So sentencing part, it
the
can be.
logic behind Article 20 is, my lord, suppose I am committing an act today, any act, which is not a penal offence. I can say that, but I didn't know that this is an offence. Therefore, you cannot create a new offence. But when I am committing an act, it is an offence. My lord, can I say that I committed an act because I knew that it is only
It will
7
apply to
years?
reverse also. In a case, suppose there is an offence in 2017 and 19 legislature says it is no longer an offence.
Correct.
The court can keep in mind that he is guilty of a technical offence, which is today no longer an offence. Therefore, I should award him the minimum one. That is
That can be a consideration for sentencing.
mitigating circumstance, one of the mitigating circumstances for the purpose of
Sentence.
evaluating the quantum of
Quantum
sentence.
of punishment. I am grateful, my lords.
That is probably what.
Yes, my lord. And the last, see, my lord, section 42A of the POCSO Act. My lord, this is also not considered. The trial court considers this. My lord, there is an intrinsic guidance as to what happens, my lord, if there is any divergence between any other law and POCSO. 42A. My lord, I am in the context of, my lord, IPC definition and this definition, and we have to take contextual meaning of public servant under section 5C of POCSO. Lord, please see, act not in derogation of any other law. The provisions of this act shall be in addition to and not in derogation of the provisions of any other law for the time being in force, and please mark, in case of any inconsistency, the provisions of this act shall have overriding effect on the provisions of any such law to the extent of inconsistency. Lord, fortunately, Lord, this convict, Lord, is also held guilty of, Lord, killing the father and some other people, Lord, in a different offense.
Where he has been
He is convicted
for part 2.
Yes, my lord. And he is still in jail, and therefore, Lord, in this impugned order, Lord, he has not been able to come out. So, my lord, this is an occasion where I would really, my lord, urge your lordship's conscience, my lord, to stay this order, my lord. We are answerable to the child, my lord, who was 15 years, 10 months.
Yes, what do you say, Mr. Hari and Mr. Dave?
Yes. Now, my lord, can I? My friend, before my friend starts, your lordship may kindly see what was the charge.
What is your answer to para 25 and 26 of the High Court order? That where the High Court takes notice of the conviction under both IPC and POXO, and then in para 26, the High Court inadvertently does not deal with the conviction under the IPC.
Just have 2 subsection 2 of POXO for a moment. That has not been placed. 2 subsection 2. Please have that section.
Let us just read
2.
that for a moment.
There specifically it says, words and expressions used herein and not defined but defined in the Indian Penal Code, Code of Criminal Procedure.
No. Just a
No,
minute.
your lordship
Section
says-
2.
Section 2, subsection 2. 2. 2. After the definition, please see, it's not that there is a vacuum.
The words and expressions used herein
And not defined, but defined in
IPC,
the Code of Criminal Procedure, Juvenile Justice Act, and Information Technology Act shall have the meaning be respectively assigned to them in the said codes or the acts. So the High Court on Mr. Hariharan's argument, my lords, was that since IPC is specifically mentioned, 21 defines public servant. If 21 defines public servant, does not include
How
MLA.
does this subsection 2 answer the argument
For the-
that when the conviction are two statutes, 2 different penal statutes,
Sentences under
and the High Court only proceeds on the premise that sentence is under the POXO only.
sentence.
No, my lord.
Conviction.
Can I?
Not only sentence, conviction.
Conviction is under 2. You can't be sentenced under both, my lords, because of General Clauses Act, Section 25.
That's
You
right.
can only be sentenced under 1. Argument was, I'm sure my learned friend will be able to place it better than I can. The argument was that, look, you are sentencing whether I'm a public servant or not. The meaning under the POXO is, you have to take that meaning from the Indian Penal Code. Now, this argument that MLA is a public servant in the larger picture and all that argument for us doesn't arise for consideration here, because the statute itself provides that under 2.2 that the meaning will be taken from Indian Penal Code. And likewise in Indian Penal Code, there is a section 7 which says words and expressions used herein at one place shall have the same meaning throughout the code. So it is too late in the day for my learned friend to contend that I am an MLA in the scheme that a public servant, and therefore, Mr. Hariharan argued that, lords, that this, when I can, you can.
The matter would require consideration.
My lord, can I put 2-3 propositions before my lord?
No, it requires.
I was
Lordships may consider.
consideration.
Yes,
The first proposition, my lord, which I am making
You
is,
can argue on the point of stay. We are inclined to stay the order.
your lordship will kindly see, I have 2-3 things to say on that. If your lordship will just hear me,
Before
is
he
not
starts
as if I have been
sentencing,
let free.
He is as of now.
I have, my friend, can I?
No sentence for life till you leave.
Can I have my say? This is,
General principle is that if someone has been released consequent upon an order of grant of bail, we will not stay that order without hearing the person, because we can't take away, we can grant bail ex parte, but we can't set aside that order. But here the situation is altogether peculiar. He continues to be in custody on account of his conviction and sentence in another case where he is still there in custody.
my lord, can I?
Appeal has been heard, and 10 years out of 10, 9 years I've undergone.
I have gone under, your lordship, for a minute, can I?
Examine that part.
Can
We
I-
are not
can I-
saying- We are
can I make my
only saying that
submission?
matter requires consideration.
Can I make my submission, my lord? In relation to 2 or 3 things, my lord, we will have to revisit the order passed by the concerned court. If your lordship sees that, the court was conscious all the while in relation to all the provisions.
So
Number
the
one.
order is.
No, it
Number
is
2,
Very clear.
Sir, Mr. Hariharan, this is incorrect.
please, my lord.
Court is not non-vigilant to look into all the provisions. We will kindly consider the court has only dealt with whether he was a public servant or not. The court has not dealt with whether the offence with respect to 2I or not, 376
Can
2I.
I will
Now, please
I will
kindly
answer.
tell us
I will answer.
where this has been considered.
I will answer, my lord.
Please
I will
answer.
answer. My first answer to this is that, my lord, the charges which were framed, the charges were framed under 376 clause 1. Your lordship will kindly see. I just show you that portion.
No, this is not a ground of granting the suspension to you, sir.
That, my lord, I am saying that
This
there
not
is a
a ground
charge
to
which
grant
has
the
been
suspension to
framed
you.
in relation to 376 1. I was to answer that charge.
The ground of
He-
granting the suspension was, it doesn't fall within the definition of the public servant.
That is the,
As per section 21.
As far as public-
And therefore, this has been done.
my lord, can I for a minute expound on that aspect also?
Yes, sir, please.
The element in relation to the public servant aspect is, my lord, the first proposition is a penal statute cannot import definitions from another statute in the absence of
Sir, we are
expressive.
relying on that.
Unless
Please
the
kindly
penal
listen
statute-
for a
the
second,
the
sir.
law- unless the penal statute expressly permits the borrowing of any such statement,
Yes.
Which it has done.
as it is done in the case of.
So here it is being done in relation to the Indian Penal Code, wherein the definition of public servant is to be imported from there. 21 does not give that scope.
Public servant, sir, public servant.
Your lordship will kindly see,
Mr. Hariharan, we crisp of everything. We are not dealing with their arguments at present.
Very good.
We are only saying it's a question of argument.
my lord,
We
Yes,
in
just
relation
please
to
listen.
that, in relation to
For a
that,
second,
my lord,
sir,
They are only-
kindly for a second, we are crisping everything. Come to page 211.
my lord,
Trial court's order, suspension.
211.
The sentence
Yes, sir,
report.
please.
13 is the submission.
13 and 14 is the submission, answer.
Yes.
Please
13
kindly
is the
see.
submission.
This is relating to 376(2)(I),
2I.
where the punishment has been directed. And now please tell us in the suspension order where they have dealt with of 376(2)(I). This is the answer.
Judge, please have 204 also at the same time. In the conviction order, please see what I'm convicted, under generally 376.
Two.
Doesn't, 376.
376.
Please see
Yes,
204.
so 376 will cover 1 and 2 both.
Can't be
The
the
charge
law.
is
That
under
can
one.
go in on merit. No,
But
you
the
can't ask
charge is
for.
under one.
Sir,
Your lordship will
you
kindly
can't ask
see.
Mr. Dave. No, sir.
Your lordship
No.
are well aware,
Sir.
it has to specify if there are two provisions providing for two separate.
How can it be that it will be a generalized situation, my lord? It's
The
a,
point is that there is a legal issue that requires determination. Maybe that your argument, we don't say, your argument has also a lot of weight. That also requires in-depth consideration. Sometimes to be very frank, the judges are one of the finest judges we have.
my lord, I have, your lordship will kindly see.
Analytical mind.
There is a,
so far
is it
as
a media trial, my lord?
have been dealt with. There is a very in-depth analytical analysis made as far as of various provisions. But at the same time, we all are bound to commit errors. It's not
And that's all right.
That is besides.
That's all right, my lord.
But photographs of the judges being circulated.
examining. We are
My lord, there is one more important aspect to this. I have,
Mr. Hariharan, this aspect of definition of public servant in the context of POCSO
Yes.
is little bit
my lord, I will address in relation to that, as far as contexts are concerned, I will address, my lord. I have 14 propositions in relation to this, which I will place one by one. All constitutional provisions.